Willy Minnix. I am an author and a teacher, and for many years I was a pastor. And I just want to say welcome to my new channel. This channel is not just going to be a music channel, although we might talk about some musical concepts on this channel too. But for a long time I've been interested in the concept of whole brain thinking. And so this channel is going to be kind of dedicated to that. And so I don't know what to really call it. I thought about calling it Willy's Channel for Whole Brain Thinking, but that seemed kind of dumb. And then I thought, maybe I'll call it something like something to do with Renaissance. So basically what I kind of came up with is the Academy of Renaissance Thinking. And that's kind of what we're going to be covering. And so I'll talk about art, music, martial arts, all sorts of things, probably a lot of religion, things that I hope will enhance your life as it's enhanced mine. And so this intro video is just kind of talking about a few things. I spent several years as a pastor and a church planter, and when I moved to North Carolina, I went through a couple years of just, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to start I've been exercising with my new pal Vampire on YouTube. He does the Screama stuff, which we'll be talking about some of that in this too, so I'm kind of a little out of breath. But anyway, so I went through some, I wouldn't say like uber depression, but I really was having a tough time. But through a lot of prayer and study, I've really kind of come up with a new direction where I think God is leading me over the course of the next few years. And I'm hoping to be able to help some people like you. And so this video is going to be kind of an introduction to a technique that I think is something that everybody should learn how to do, and it's called mind mapping. And so in this video I'm going to talk about mind mapping, and since I've got a new channel and a new direction, a new website, or not a new website, but just kind of a new direction of where I want to go, I thought the best thing to do would be to create a mind map. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to set up everything so you can see what's going on, and then I'm going to do a mind map for my channel, and hopefully it'll teach you some techniques about how you can mind map as well. So God bless you. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I've got a few materials, and hopefully I've got some camera angles that'll make it easy for you to see what's going on, and I'll probably change up. The few materials that I have is I've got some markers. These are the dual brush pens. I like using these because I hope you can see it without the glare. They have a brush tip on one side and a little tip on the other, and I used these when I took Japanese years ago in college. And don't ask me to speak much more than konnichiwa ikage desu ka, because I don't remember that much, but I remember using these. And so these brush pens are really useful for getting a wide variety, and when you're making a mind map, you want to be able to change things up. A lot of people think of mind mapping as just writing down like a little chart. No, you want to get both sides of the brain working, so you have to have artistic things and you have to have analytical things. So anyway, the other thing you need is some paper. So I've got a roll of paper that I got at IKEA, which I love their Swedish meatballs. So if you're ever at IKEA, you can check that out. But this is a piece of paper that we're going to just tear some off. And hopefully in this camera, you'll be able to follow some of what I'm doing. And then I've got another camera that we're going to be cutting to. You can see the tripod right over there that will help us kind of get going. And we'll be able to take closer looks at what we're looking at. These are some of my flashcards for my Bible study. I put Bible verses on flashcards so that way I can remember what I'm working on. So anyway, I want to start off. We're working on the brain, the whole brain. We're trying to figure out ways that we can make our brain work together in conjunction. So there are two sides of the brain. You've got the right hemisphere. Well, I'll draw it over here, which controls the artistic side of yourself. You know, you've got your art, music. I believe language is on that side. I could be wrong about that. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, the creative stuff happens mostly on the right side of the brain. Then, as we all know, the analytical side of the brain is over here in the left hemisphere. You know, and then, you know, our brain has the brain stem and all that. So we'll draw that right here. Okay. So there's our brain. All right. Now, the one thing, though, that I think a lot of people think about is it's not just your brain. You've got your body, your mind, and your spirit. They kind of work in conjunction. So I'm going to put one more circle up here, and we're going to say that's kind of our spiritual aspects. So spirit, now this is where your double markers come in nicely. You can write with them very well. And so then we've got our analytical, and then we've got our artistic, and then there's one more thing that we're going to add to this mind map, and that is our physical. I mean, the brain is part of our physical being. However, we don't often think of it when we're doing this, but we're going to add physical